Hello, I'm Nancy Paulding, the Workforce Intelligence Lead at Medway Foundation Trust Teaching Hospital. In this presentation, I propose a data strategy enhancement focused on data democratisation, the belief that everyone, regardless of role or seniority, should have the opportunity and understanding to work with data. Driven by the principle that, from ward to board, everyone helps save lives, this initiative aligns with our strategic priorities and best values by making data more accessible and actionable. Empowering everyone with the tools, training and confidence to use data ensures their insights drive collective success. The hospital is a large and complex institution supported by a wide range of IT systems. These include core digital systems like PAS for patient administration, RIS for radiology, and EPR, our electronic patient record system. Alongside these, we also use more traditional solutions like Excel. These systems are vital to patient care, resource planning, and service delivery. They support everything from making appointments to test results, patient notes, and waiting lists. This digital environment forms the foundation of how we use, share, and rely on data. We employ over 7,000 people in a variety of roles, from doctors and nurses to porters, secretaries, and analysts like me. But access to and confidence in using our digital systems is uneven between staff groups. Many lack the permissions, training, or time to engage with data effectively. As a result, decision making and service improvement is the domain of a small number of data controllers, even though staff across the hospital regularly spot patterns and problems. For example, discharge delays are rarely due to a single failure, but often come from small breakdowns in data visibility or ownership. By making data more accessible and fostering confidence, we empower everyone to contribute valuable insights, strengthening operational efficiency, supporting better decisions, and improving patient outcomes. This ensures everyone, data creators, users, and controllers, plays a meaningful role in delivering exceptional care. Our vision is built on three pillars: organisational strategy to improve patient care, empower our staff, and embrace digital transformation; data strategy to use digital systems like EPR to generate insights that support better decision making and deliver exceptional care. For these to work, they rely on the third pillar, data governance, to have clear rules, responsibilities, and safeguards to ensure our data is accurate, secure, and ethically handled. On paper, these align, but in practice, significant gaps remain. There is limited access to data, inconsistent understanding, a lack of transparency, and unclear responsibilities across staff groups. My proposal bridges these gaps. It ensures that everyone from ward to board has the tools, training, and confidence to see the data, understand its impact, and fix it when it's broken. We use a wide range of digital tools whose data is used to help teams make clinical decisions, but alongside these, some still rely on older tools like Excel, where locally stored files can be prone to duplication, leading to inconsistent formats and version control issues. The real problem isn't the systems, it's who uses them and how. Access is often limited by job role, training not always consistent or relevant, and siloed working means data quality is seen as someone else's problem. My proposal changes this so that everyone would have the appropriate access and support to use data safely, effectively, and responsibly. It's about creating a culture where data isn't someone else's job, but part of how we all contribute to making smarter decisions. This data quality report shows key validation rates. Some areas perform well, for example, first diagnosis at almost 98%, but others reveal major gaps like injury intent at only 24%. Incomplete, inaccurate, and invalid data doesn't just affect national reporting, but also clinical decision making by obscuring critical insights. For example, poor discharge planning delays patient flow. While digital tools exist, usage is often limited or inconsistent. And when staff can't engage with or trust the data, they work around it, leading to duplicated and siloed corrections, making it harder to make informed decisions. My proposal supports building a culture where everyone feels responsible for improving data quality, not just reporting around it. To better understand the external forces shaping NHS strategy, I used PESTLE, a structured framework for guiding decisions in the public sector. This table details the key pressures, including digital, economic, workforce, legal, and sustainability, which all influence how the NHS manage and use data. I also did a gap analysis of internal factors that are limiting data use. Access is restricted to senior or clinical staff, leaving support roles without necessary tools. Data literacy is inconsistent, particularly among lower bands, leading to underuse and errors. Governance awareness is strong in specialist teams, but weaker elsewhere, posing risks. Non-clinical staff struggle to connect their actions to patient outcomes, impacting engagement. Inclusivity is also a challenge, with international staff unfamiliar with local terminology and data entry viewed as routine admin. These gaps limit transparency and collaboration, making improvements harder to achieve. Having explored the external pressures and internal gaps, this slide highlights the key opportunities for improvement. Many of our systems are underused and access limited to senior roles. Meanwhile, frontline and support staff are left without the tools or training to contribute to data-driven decisions. These issues aren't abstract, they affect real outcomes. Even small delays in the discharge process caused by gaps in data ownership or visibility can cost us hundreds of bed days each year. But these challenges also represent an opportunity. If we improve access, build confidence, and show people how their role links to patient care, we can unlock insights from every part of the hospital, not just the top. And that's exactly what my proposal is designed to achieve. At Medway Hospital, we are proud of our mission to provide the best of care by the best of people, providing excellent care every time. This mission is delivered every day by a diverse workforce, including doctors, nurses, porters, housekeepers, and more. Everyone plays a vital role in achieving that mission, and yet many have limited access to or understanding of the data we use to run our hospital. Data is often seen as something only analysts or managers handle, but to truly live our mission, we need to change that. Every member of staff contributes to the outcomes we care about and deserves the tools to see how their work helps us get there. This slide shows how my proposal directly supports our strategic priorities. By improving access to data for everyone, we align with the people strategy, promoting inclusion, equality and career development, particularly for international staff and lower bands. Building confidence through targeted training supports the quality strategy, ensuring our staff are empowered to deliver safe, effective care. Helping staff see how their actions affect outcomes supports the clinical strategy, particularly around discharges, patient flow, and patient experience. By reducing duplication and encouraging smarter system use, we support the Green Plan, improving efficiency and reducing digital and paper waste. And at the heart of all of this is our best values, especially every person counts. Data democratisation isn't just a tech project, it's a people project aligned with our purpose. My proposal doesn't require a complete system overhaul. Instead, it builds on our current digital foundation. We already have powerful systems, but they're often underused and accessed only by certain staff. But we could expand access by using existing digital adoption tools to guide staff through unfamiliar systems in real time. We could also introduce role-based dashboards to show clear, real-time insights without them needing advanced data skills. By improving baseline data literacy now, we prepare everyone to safely and confidently engage with future tech like AI, automation, and predictive modelling, remembering, of course, that AI integration still needs to comply with GDPR to ensure fair and equitable outcomes and ensure transparency so staff can understand and trust the outputs. This approach is about integration and aligning tools with people, not just pushing new tech, to make sure that everyone is confident and ready to use it. Data democratisation is about unlocking insights across teams. The discharge process is a great example of this. Delays often come from small breakdowns impacting patient flow and leading to corridor care. A doctor signs off the patient, but pharmacy is delayed. Medication arrives, but the bed turnaround team isn't notified. In March, we discharged over 7,000 patients. Saving 1 minute in the flow would free up 5 bed days a month, and saving 1 minute at each step means treating 360 more patients each year, saving more lives and improving waiting list KPIs. Better decisions, fewer errors, and a stronger safety culture, all fueling long-term transformation. And the result? Clearer data, faster flow, and improved outcomes, powered by people, not just platforms. See it, understand it, fix it. It's more than a slogan, it's a culture change to drive real improvement. Sustainable development is central to this proposal. It's not just environmental impact, but also building people, culture, and systems that can adapt and thrive long term. From a people perspective, the strategy supports empowerment for everyone, helping them develop data confidence and data fluency. From a cultural perspective, it creates a shared understanding of how data links to purpose, helping to break down silos and improve collaboration among teams. From an organisational perspective, it reduces inefficiencies, supports smoother operations, and improves engagement, which can reduce staff turnover and burnout. Environmentally, it promotes smarter paperless working, aligning with our green plan. Together, these elements drive inclusive growth and builds a workforce, culture, and data environment that's ready for the future. Some of our most essential staff are often excluded from data conversations. International staff, lower bands, and disabled colleagues. They face barriers such as unfamiliarity with UK data language, limited system access, and the assumption that data isn't part of their job. This misconception, sometimes shared by managers, prevents training opportunities and hinders career development. To address this, my proposal includes a half-day training program modelled on our previous Lean Six Sigma Yellow Belt rollout, followed by online refreshers to support continual learning. It also recognises the diverse needs of neurodivergent and disabled colleagues, using AI-generated materials, simplified visuals, and flexible formats tailors the content to different learning styles. Inclusion strengthens decision making, improves outcomes, and boosts morale. When everybody understands their role in the data, from ward to board, they feel empowered and valued. COVID changed our digital habits with work from home and Teams meetings, and our EPR rollout helped reduce paper notes and improve patient data security. But many back offices still rely on printed reports and siloed data. My proposal supports environmental goals by preventing duplication, monitoring inventories, and reducing waste. It also empowers staff to understand how they impact sustainability through reduced equipment usage and energy demand. Ethically, it also improves understanding of governance principles like GDPR and the Caldecott guidelines, especially among staff who haven't traditionally had access to this data. When all teams understand both their responsibility and the impact of their data, we create a more transparent, accountable, and sustainable culture, one where patient care and environmental stewardship go hand in hand. Inclusive, sustainable data practices also create long-term business value. Upskilling staff means better engagement, more career opportunities, and lower turnover. When people feel valued, they stay and grow. Financially, there's value in removing inefficiencies. Siloed data corrections waste time, and faster discharges means more patients treated. But it's not just clinical teams who can make a difference. Catering staff could use IT to track food that goes uneaten. They could then adjust future meals, reducing waste, improving portion sizes, and cutting unnecessary stock. Real-world impact from better data use, saving money and supporting sustainability. These aren't just operational wins, they're strategic ones. By embedding data confidence across all roles, this strategy supports our journey towards greater data maturity, giving teams the tools to act faster, collaborate better, and plan more efficiently, unlocking value for people, patients, and the planet. This roadmap shows how we'd implement the proposal, trialling it this year with a full rollout next year. It would require minimal new funding by reusing the Yellow Belt framework and drawing on support from system admins. Months 1 to 3 would co-design tailored training with HR, transformation, IT and EDI and system-specific examples for admin support teams. Months 3 to 6 we'd run half-day data confidence sessions, starting with groups with low digital engagement. Feedback would be gathered through course surveys for attendees and staff surveys for non-attendees. Interested staff could also opt into a 3-month data literacy project, just like the Yellow Belt programme did. By the end of year 1, we'd aim for 75% of staff trained, building data confidence in a way that's practical, inclusive and scalable. Success will be managed by the percentage of staff trained, feedback, better data quality and improvement in key processes. This project will only succeed if it engages people at every level, senior leaders, digital teams and support staff. HR will help with staff data and monitoring uptake. Transformation will adapt to the Yellow Belt delivery model. System admin teams will help with the platform specific skills. To ensure inclusion, we'll work with unions, staff networks, and EDI teams, all of whom have strong reach into underrepresented groups. We will use existing communication channels like Take 5, Our People, and team huddles, and pilot low digital areas like catering and discharge units. But we'll also be realistic. Staff are burnt out and morale is low, so this won't be rolled out with fanfare, but with empathy, listening, and clarity about how it helps. Because ultimately, the biggest beneficiary is the patient. This matrix shows the risks with their impact and probability following NHS risk management standards. The biggest killer risk is low staff engagement. We're still facing post COVID burnout and staff may not see the value. The other killer is board level investment. In a tight financial climate, this may not feel like a priority, even though the long term value is significant. If stakeholders can't visualise the benefits, funding may stall. Practical issues could also get in the way, like creating new training materials, managing system access, or releasing staff from busy areas to attend sessions. Implementation may be patchy unless it's fully embedded. Lastly, though less likely, are concerns about data security, which could slow progress, especially if wider access is misunderstood. Mapping these risks helps us focus mitigation efforts, keeping the strategy smooth, sustainable, and disruption free. The key is not to ignore the risks, but to plan for them. After assessing the risks and guided by Kotter's 8 steps, I've planned targeted success strategies that are realistic and scalable for long-term change. First, staff burnout. Many are already stretched and wary of new schemes, so we'll focus on benefits, not buzzwords. This is about doing your job faster and with confidence, not adding more admin to it. Second, board level investment. With tight budgets, this may feel like a nice to have, so we'll start with a low-cost pilot to demonstrate ROI, like faster discharges, reduced agency spend, and improved KPIs. Finally, patchy uptake. Success depends on consistent adoption, so we'll track take up, gather feedback, and adapt materials to be relevant, role-specific, and clear, and we'll use trusted champions to help drive momentum. In line with Kotter's final steps, this approach focuses on scaling success, embedding new habits, and anchoring data confidence into our culture for the long term. You see, this strategy isn't a one-off, it's the foundation for future-ready AI-compatible working. Interested staff will be offered a data yellow belt, embedding data confidence and creating career routes into a data transformation team. ESR training could also evolve and adapt to the user. Just like our new AI phone system responds in the caller's language, training modules could do the same, understanding foreign queries and replying in UK data terms, which would help international staff learn faster and more confidently. Data champions and peer-led drop-ins would support learning, and feedback loops would drive improvement. Technically, this strengthens our data foundations, making information cleaner, faster, and more trustworthy, reducing pressure on NHS England and opening the door to future automation and safe, ethical AI, because AI is only as good as the data that feeds it. In summary, this data democratisation project gives a practical and sustainable way to improve how our staff engage with data. It's aligned with our vision and values, and it helps every person count. By making data access, training, and confidence available to everyone, we promote inclusion, reduce waste, improve outcomes, and build long-term transformation readiness. And the benefits are real: more accurate reporting, better patient flow, fewer duplicated efforts, and higher staff engagement and retention, especially among international staff and lower bands. This is not just a training project, it's a culture shift. And we're a teaching hospital, so let's teach everyone. Because when every person sees the data, understands the data, and knows how to act on it, we don't just get better dashboards, we get a stronger, smarter, more responsive hospital, and ultimately, that's what saves lives. Right now, improvement is mostly shaped at senior level, but this strategy supports a move towards distributed leadership, where staff at every level contributes to change through better access to data. It empowers people to lead, not by position, but through insight, action, and shared accountability. It's not about being the one with the answers, it's about giving everyone the tools to ask better questions, share insight, and improve outcomes. As the Workforce Intelligence Lead, my next step is to secure a pilot and form a working group, bringing together colleagues from HR, transformation, system admins, unions, and staff networks. We'll co-design the first module shaped around real systems and language staff already use, and we'll embed feedback at every step. Because data democratization helps better data build a better hospital. I've seen the problem, let's understand it so we can fix it and help everyone save lives. These are the sources for the references used throughout this presentation, and I would just like to end with this. Just like the NASA janitor who, when asked by JFK, said, "I'm not just sweeping floors, I'm helping put a man on the moon," I want all our staff, from ward to board, to understand that everyone here helps save lives. Thank you.